A Gay Dog by Don McRae. Pig hunting, it's a virile sport. It's not suited to the timid sort, demanding courage, strength and skill of man and dog to make the kill. There's dogs who find and dogs who hold, and a good dog is worth his weight in gold. Unless your dogs can make the play, you'd better give the sport away. I know, because I hunted once with the world's laziest canine dunce. A finding dog, who wouldn't find, but just kept following behind, until I turned on him and said, "You're tired, you bastard. Go to bed. You're useless. You're buggered on the shelf. I'll find the bloody pigs myself. You prick. You're not a dog at all. You just smell like one, that's all." And he viewed me with reproachful eye, then lay down with a contented sigh. There's no need for me to say that I saw no signs of pigs that day. Even today makes me sad when I recall this dog I had some years ago, a dog named Rex, unhappily confused by sex. He was a massive, tireless brute, but he had some problems with his flute. Dogs' weddings held no interest for Rex. He was not impressed by lady dogs, because, you see, they were not quite his cup of tea. His predilection was for males, not only canine, for the gales of sexual passion, when aroused, embraced all beasts that munched and browsed, excluding only creatures which were ewe or heifer, sow or bitch. When I took Rex with Bob and Scamp on many arduous bushland tramp, on spur and ridge, through scrub and fern, then Rex, he'd look around and turn on Bob and Scamp with foul intent, and they, well, knowing what he meant, with angry growls and savage glances, repelled his amorous advances. But when the weary day was done and we came home at setting sun, then Bob and Scamp, in tired frustration, usually submitted to the copulation. And sometimes, when we bailed a boar on mountain torrents, raging shore, then Scamp and Bob would grab an ear and hold until I would appear, while Rex, with joyful satisfaction, performed a mounted rearguard action. It had to end. And so it did. For this I blame my Uncle Sid and Aunt Belinda, who possessed a tiny brute whom they addressed as Wilberforce, an undersized abortion whom they greatly prized. As such small revolting beasts are found in ladies' boudoirs, that they abound in drawing rooms and other places, devoted to the social graces. They are known as lapdogs by my betters, but me, I call them corned beef setters. Well, Aunt Belinda came one day to call upon us. Need I say, she was accompanied, of course, by the disgusting Wilberforce. So, while my relations sat and sipped their tea and had a chat, the inquisitive, pathetic hound escaped and went into the ground outside the house to investigate, unconscious of his impending fate. I cannot dwell on what occurred. Composedly, the din was heard throughout the town, and people ran to view the carnage, maid and man and child. Imagine, if you can, Belinda's screaming and, of course, the anguished shrieks of Wilberforce. The court sat solemnly and late, the arbiters of Rex's fate. Then verdict given, sentence passed. I went to see my dog at last, and patted him and stroked his head once more before I shot him dead. And as I buried him, a sad farewell to my poor wayward lad, the best pig dog I ever had. It is strange how man and dog can be such trusting friends and company. Although his sexual aberrations could cause all sorts of complications, we loved each other, I and he. I'd have died for him, and he for me. And to this day I still grieve for Rex, whose downfall was unhallowed sex. Kia ora. That's the gay dog.